So it feels weird to say that I saw a movie in opening weekend because I haven't been able to do that for a few years. Um, but thankfully, I had that opportunity in a very, very, very specific scenario. So obviously, no spoilers, but I know three of us have seen Black Panther: Wakanda Forever at this point. What are your overall just like thoughts on the film? Enjoy it? Didn't enjoy it? Mike, you're muted. This fucking guy.
As I was saying,
Okay.
it was nearly 3 hours.
It was long. That's probably my biggest gripe with the
Jesus.
movie is that it is very long. It's like what, 2 hours and 40 minutes or something?
Yeah.
It's not a bad movie. I really enjoyed it. And I'm happy that like I feel like for that 2 hours and 40 minutes, a majority of it was talking and not like action, which I appreciated. Because if it was a lot of CGI action scenes, I think I would have not loved my time with the movie. Like there are obviously clearly those moments, but I will say pretty cool to watch them have a fight scene on the Charles River. See the fucking Citgo sign in the back. It's pretty fucking cool.
Yeah. Represent.
What?
Bang bang.
So is that your only comment, Mike? Is the time of the movie, the runtime?
That is.
Dumb. How was Wakanda Forever for you?
It was a film.
Oh wow, this is
I'm convinced you guys don't like any Marvel movies because you like your reaction to every Marvel film is like this.
I don't. My only gripe at this point is that I feel like everyone that I've read online that's seen it now is like, oh, that was the best Marvel movie ever. Namor is the best MCU villain, and I'm like, do you guys forget about everything that happened before Phase 4? Like,
I think it's probably because Phase
like, don't get me wrong. Like, I liked the movie. I just like now I feel like everyone's ruining it for me.
Yeah.
I feel like there's a low bar with Phase 4 though. I feel like that. Like,
just get the fuck out of here.
What do you mean? Like there's like it's.
There's
like
a low bar. There's a low bar for Phase 4.
Yeah.
You realize that like most people are saying that like Spider-Man 3 is like the best MCU film. I know you and I don't feel that way.
Yeah,
but like that multiverse.
I feel like rational people don't feel that.
Okay.
People hated the Eternals. People hated Thor: Love and Thunder. People hated fucking.
I loved Thor: Love and Thunder, so people are fucking dumb.
Yeah, a lot of people do not like that movie. A lot. Like,
I don't care what fucking people think.
I didn't love it.
So you've named a few things. Multiverse of Madness was fucking fantastic. I love that movie. That's probably my favorite movie from this phase, to be honest. Like I love that movie.
That gets like more hate than anything, which I'm actually really surprised.
All right,
because like
it did better opening box office than Wakanda Forever did.
What's it called? Did
Multiverse of Madness did like 187, and it looks like Wakanda Forever is on track to do like right below it at like 180. So it's still like the number 2 opening weekend for the year, but I think it's the top opening weekend for a November film though of all time.
Was Multiverse of Madness
the top of November?
Yeah.
Was Multiverse of Madness before or after No Way Home?
After. It was the next movie, I believe. And then Thor. And now Black Panther. I don't know. I think this phase is great. I think the TV shows are fucking fantastic. I think this phase is fantastic. I have no
like Black Widow, another one that's like
Black Widow was trash.
Marvel,
I don't
Yeah, but Marvel didn't have like really that many movies that weren't liked over like the phases that they had. There was maybe one movie per phase that like people like, it was all right, but like I feel
but you're like talking about random people on the internet. Like, how do you feel about this phase? Like, I can tell you right now that like Eternals, whatever. I like Shang-Chi. I liked Spider-Man. I didn't love Spider-Man, but I liked Spider-Man and enjoyed it. I really liked Multiverse of Madness. Thor, I enjoyed. I can understand why people didn't like it, but I did personally enjoy it. And I overall really liked Wakanda Forever. I still think I probably like Black Panther 1 maybe more. But this movie is different because it kind of lives in a space of like, it is a movie, with these fucking, superheroes and shit. But it also, I think, does a good job of like being a tribute to Chadwick Boseman, which I think is important.
Without seeing Black Panther, I found this phase to be sloppy. Like I feel like it's all over the place. I think like CGI is terrible in a lot of the instances throughout this phase. I think that stories fucking are just kind of whatever throughout this phase. I think there's like a ton of they trying to introduce way too many things and throw too many things out and see what sticks in this phase. It's just I don't know.
You think that the
That's
stuff that's come out, they are throwing things out to see what sticks. You think that's what's
yeah,
happening. I disagree
yeah,
with you.
yeah,
I
yeah,
absolutely disagree
I
with you.
I will say that it does feel like they've put too much on the table and not done anything with them in this phase.
Yeah. I think we're just in
I
an
don't know
era.
if it's throwing stuff out and seeing what sticks,
Yeah.
but it definitely feels like right now they're putting a lot of like
I mean, like Moon Knight feels
plot
like that.
lines in and
Like
not.
they don't even have a definitive what they're doing with Moon
No,
Knight.
you
Like
just
they're
don't
just
know what they're doing with Moon Knight.
no.
We
They,
don't
I
know.
mean, they took. I mean, he's supposed to be like a street level character, and they already fucking destroyed his whole like kind of thing, making him like this espionage fucking dude who travels the globe. So like, I mean, I wanted to see more of like a Daredevil type person for him.
It's
And rather,
fine. It's fine to not like the Moon Knight show. I also am hit or miss on it.
I liked
But
it.
like
It was all right. But it
at
was
this
not.
point in the game, to say like they don't know what they're doing with Moon Knight is, I think, incorrect. We don't know what they're doing with Moon Knight, but we don't know what they're doing with a lot of these characters. I think we're in a very different stage of the MCU than we've ever been, which is we used to have this very sort of not finite or clear through line, but there was a specific thing that they were clearly building towards at a certain point, and everything was sort of slowly. There's a carrot at the end of the stick. We know we're going there. We know all of this is leading that way. Right now, we have some like broad strokes of where they're leaning towards. Obviously, Kang is gonna be a big part of the future of this phase, maybe the next two phases. Um,
Well, we think that.
That's what we think, and and I only feel comfortable saying that because he is now a character and or villain who has showed up in Loki. He's gonna be the main antagonist in Quantumania, seemingly, and
Yeah,
the next
he's in the movie.
yes, and the next Avengers film is called the Kang Dynasty. So that is what is leading me towards. Okay, we're clearly leading up to this at least like major villain. Is everything we're fucking watching right now going to lead into that? Absolutely not. And they've made that clear. We're just in a different space. We're like, we don't know what the fuck they're doing with Moon Knight. Maybe they do have a plan with Moon Knight, and maybe they don't. Maybe they change course. But I think they do. I think, if anything, from what the rumors came out of the Blade movie, it seems like they maybe have too tight a like pull on what they're trying to accomplish, and some people don't really get maybe the creative freedom they want to explore stuff because they have a specific path that they're trying to go towards. We just don't
Like,
know that yet.
I don't know if what I'm reading is actually like legit too when I'm reading some of this stuff, but like even like the stuff I've read, like I said, I don't know if this is true with like Blade, that like the script is fucking terrible. I'm like, are they not like paying attention to what these scripts are? Are they like writing these scripts? Like, I don't know if this is true or not, but I'm like, when you saw all that stuff come out about like the Blade film,
I think it's very clear that everything is very combed through and looked over. I don't think anything's slipping into any of these movies or shows. I think they like the MCU is the biggest thing that is producing any money in the entertainment business right now. Like they want to continue that train. Whether that means we get good or bad movies or shows is irrelevant if they're making money. But I think that the people that are in those positions up there with Kevin Feige are planning everything out. Like this isn't Star Wars. You know what I mean? Like there's a fucking roadmap and there's
yeah,
a
I didn't want to
room
compare it.
where
I didn't want to compare it to Star Wars because I don't think it's like anything like that. But like and like I said, I don't know like what's real and what's not. But what I read on like the Blade stuff like doesn't make any sense for like them to say like the movie's terrible and
I
like,
mean
the
it's the
script's
same
horrible.
it's the same thing with the first Ant-Man movie. I forget the director, Scott Pilgrim guy. Edgar Wright. He probably wanted more creative freedom and they probably wouldn't let him have it. So there you go. I mean, I feel like they probably let certain directors and certain people have a little bit more sway. Like I feel like Multiverse of Madness probably had a lot of personal sway with that director. I'm forgetting his name.
Raimi.
Sam Raimi. And I feel like they trust Ryan Coogler to do a really good job with Black Panther. So he probably had a lot of input on where that script and how that movie was gonna be. I don't know. I don't want to have a whole episode on the MCU, and that's where this is trending right now. I just wanted to ask how everyone thought about Wakanda Forever. I enjoyed it. The action scenes were fine.
So like the only reason I said that is because I feel like every time we ask what people thought about a movie, no one's ever been like that movie was fucking amazing. I haven't heard that from this phase of like anyone saying like that was a fucking amazing movie.
Yeah, I mean, sure. I mean, you have to also look at the four of us. If I was to say to the three of you, hey, what's your favorite MCU movie? You're probably all going to say Winter Soldier.
Civil War, Winter Soldier here, either way.
Okay. So there hasn't been a movie that in your mind has been better than those movies. That means that's like the last 2.5 phases.
I feel like most people would say Infinity War is their favorite. But
I really like Infinity War Endgame. Those are probably my top. I think it's just
but
a good bookend.
But if you asked me after Infinity War Endgame, I would say that was fucking awesome. Doesn't mean
Yeah.
that was my favorite movie.
Yeah,
but
that's fine. That's fair. That's fair. Yes, I agree. I think that it's just a.
I think I said that I
think
I
you
don't
and
know
Mike
that I
like
said it was
Spider-Man.
awesome,
I think you and Mike
but
like Spider-Man a lot.
I enjoyed Spider-Man, and I think after Shang-Chi, I said that I was a good movie.
Yeah, I like Shang-Chi. I think I'm excited for more of Shang-Chi in the MCU. Like, I'm looking forward to when that happens because I really enjoyed a lot of that movie.
Like, what was your favorite movie of Phase 4?
Phase 4, it would probably be either
Probably Black Widow, right?
Shang-Chi. Oh yeah, Black Widow was amazing. You kidding me? It would probably be either Shang-Chi or Spider-Man, I think.
Damn, no love
Yeah.
for Multiverse, huh? I love Multiverse Madness. I love that movie.
I like the movie. It's just it was really just a case of I wanted certain things out of it that I didn't get, which is largely a lot more multiverse.
I think
That's fair.
There's a lot of madness, but I was expecting more multiverse. So I was a little disappointed in that front.
part of the problem with this phase is that they have like hyped up, or I guess the public in general has hyped up
Mephisto.
what each of these movies is going to be before the movie comes out, and
Yeah.
it will, and none of these movies will ever live up to what is being hyped up.
I'll tell you,
that's probably why I went into Shang-Chi and was like, oh, this is a fucking awesome movie, because there was no fucking public speculation on what's going to be in Shang-Chi.
Yeah.
There's a guy doing kung fu. That was cool.
I'll tell you right now, and it's not going to happen because A, Disney, and B, it's just this is the machine to make money off of these things. But I feel like we're at such a point with the MCU. It's like I don't need trailers. Like I don't even need more information. Like I'm going to see the next movie. I'm excited for it. I want to know less. But when a trailer comes out, like I have to see the trailer. Like I'm not going to not watch the trailer. But I am fine with knowing as little as possible. Like if we get another teaser or more scenes from Ant-Man, which I'm sure we will, I'm going to be so fucking mad because I just want to see that movie. I don't want to see more of it prior.
That first trailer made me like, I still obviously want to see Ant-Man, but I was like, oh, that doesn't look that great.
Wait, really?
From that first trailer they launched. I was like, yeah, whatever, we'll see.
Which first trailer? The one with
the
Elton
most
John?
recent one. Yes, yeah, with like
Really?
It had a lot of
Oh.
I was kind of like, whatever.
I just hate the MCU.
Yeah, can I just
But he
quickly
likes
say
Bill
that
Murray.
he loves Bill Murray?
I mean,
can I
that's
just
like
quickly
the
say
only
that Dom's complaint about not complaint, but your one gripe with Wakanda Forever was like everyone was saying it was like the greatest movie, et cetera, right? And here Todd is saying like, yeah, everyone says like all these movies are bad now. Like no one's saying anything's a good movie.
That's true.
So
there
clearly you guys are seeing two separate versions of the same thing.
Of the internet.
I've seen I've seen a lot of positive. I haven't seen any negativity for Black Panther yet. I haven't seen. I've seen nothing.
Yeah, I will say this: it is good. I don't think it's like I said. I have to stew on it. I saw it a day ago. I need to stew on the movie more. My opinion will probably change. I still think I probably like Black Panther 1 better.
3 hour runtime has me kind of like very unexcited to watch that movie.
I did like Black Panther 1 better.
It is tough because you don't have Chadwick. You know what I mean? That's a big thing between these two movies.
The problem with this movie is that they have to essentially do Black Panther
again.
Over
Unfortunately.
And,
for a lot of
reasons.
reasons.
On top of like doing everything else they were going to do before.
I don't know. Another problem that I keep having is that everyone says that Namor is a better villain than
The best
Killmonger.
villain, yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't know, when you look at it, aren't they the same villain?
Sort of. Yeah. Yeah. Yes. I will say I actually
I
did
mean,
like Namor a lot. I thought Namor was a good
I don't
villain,
want to.
and
I don't want to spoil more, but
yeah.
like
No.
their end game is very similar. So I don't.
I liked Namor. I think Namor, like the actor that plays Namor, was really good.
Yeah, it was.
And
all the imagery is fucking awesome.
Yeah.
The music, like the Central American like flair to the music was fucking dope.
Yeah.
Like the movie was good.
No, the movie was very good.
I feel like it's getting ruined for me by the internet.
Yeah. I don't think,
which has been the case for Phase 4.
I don't think he's the best villain. I mean, I think his like motivations for why he is a villain are very good and like portrayed well on the screen, and they make sense for what's going on and stuff. But yeah, I don't know. It was a good movie. I'm curious to see if there's a Black Panther 3, what that looks like, and curious to see what the future of the things that happen in this movie kind of ripple out into the rest of things.
What was the name of Namor's like
This
society?
I forget, but that was actually when they were
Talokan.
Talokan, yes. When they were underwater, it might have been the worst part of the movie for me.
Talokan.
Talokan. Okay. Why was there Wakanda Forever like thing like a Kamehameha?
Yeah, I don't know why they did that. Yeah,
Like
that's apparently some sort of.
I'm assuming it's like a shark or something. Like, I don't know.
No, I think there's some sort of like
there's like an actual
Mayan something
Okay.
to that. Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't love the underwater effects when they were down there for a long time. I thought, like, get out of the water, please. We're done with the water.
Called James Cameron.
I thought she looked really good inside that spacesuit that was.
Yeah, I
don't
know. And I have no.
She was just like spinning around in it.
I have no like strong opinions about Ironheart because I don't like. I'm not familiar with Ironheart prior to this. Like, I've never read an Ironheart comic or anything like that. I will say I like the actress that played
was pretty. Yeah, she was good.
Yeah, that played Riri Williams was great. So
I saw some speculation. I will not continue the thread here because I don't want to spoil things. But I don't know if it's really spoiling. You know what where I'm going to go with that, Mike?
No, unless you told me. But
all right, so the film takes place in Boston, in Cambridge.
Mm-hmm.
She goes to school in Cambridge.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I do remember you telling me this.
No Way Home ends with
them all getting accepted in there.
With Ned and MJ getting accepted to MIT.
Oh,
I didn't even think about that.
Be going to school together.
I didn't even think about that. That's kind of cool. They're definitely setting up, so the street level side of things for stuff like that.
Well, it would be cool to have like Ironheart's getting her own show. It would be cool to have Ned and MJ be like side characters in that show.
Yeah, that would be interesting. That would definitely be a way to like pull more familiar people into that show, and have it make sense, not it being like, why is this person showing up here? Mm-hmm. Interesting. Okay. I don't know, and I'll tell you right now, Todd, I know it's not a movie, but like She-Hulk and WandaVision are like two of my favorite things out of the MCU period. So like,
everyone shits on She-Hulk for some reason.
Yeah. So those are like two of my favorite things MCU-wise.
I imagine it's the CGI, but still.
I think the loudest majority on She-Hulk are the people who get made fun of episode by episode. Like,
yes, it is. It is that.
I think a lot of people latched onto the CGI and just wouldn't let it go. Instead of looking at the show for what it was, they had to just harp on it.
That first trailer they showed, everyone was like, "What the fuck is that?"
Yeah. I mean, the CGI didn't get much better.
No, it didn't. It was what it was.
Definitely did not.
Before we wrap this very long intro up, that
Namor did look fucking dope, though.
Yeah, I mean, I think that
scene of him like hovering over the water was fucking like with the sunlight like behind him was fucking. I think it's in the trailer.
Jen, one of the things Jen pointed out when we left was like the kid actor that plays young Namor is like fucking chilling, like ridiculous when that happens.
He's gonna get his own fucking Children of the Corn movie coming out of the fucking
that was
fucking hedges like that.
Yeah. But anyways, I did think it was interesting because I was like, you know what, I'm just curious what like the tomato meter is for the MCU across the board. Does anyone, if you have looked it up, then don't answer, but does anyone know what the